Where? Back to my place. We're gonna party. Party hardy.
Welcome to Stream This, where we stream shows to tell you whether you should
stream this.
Hey, I'm Javier Lopez. You guys seen me before. My Instagram handle will be right here.
Who do we got here? Humphrey?
The artist Hump.
ADD Briggs. And also we have a ghost of God.
Becket at that Becket.
So we're on episode 2 of this new show on Netflix called Dahmer.
Please don't go.
This episode was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because it starts off with him being arrested and he at the jail cell, and
yeah, it's like when his poor father finds out.
It's kind of cool that they go back in time and then they show like when he was a kid.
Speaking of, we were talking about psychopaths earlier. Remember that?
Yeah.
The guy that did the study on serial killers, he did brain scans of all of them after they were like, I guess, whenever they murdered them. He also brain scanned himself. They have something that's messed up with the frontal lobe. It was childhood trauma plus this abnormality. Because this guy was completely normal, had a family life, everything. Because he had a good life. But because Dahmer had some trauma that could have caused it.
Territorial dispute.
This scene kind of confused me because I thought the mother was dead, but she wasn't. She just had an overdose, and then I guess
she was foaming at the mouth, so
right.
Some kind of drug. But she was on drugs. We definitely know that. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
And the father comes out and he's like, he already knows. Like, is she dead yet? Like,
what happened? She finally do it?
Like he knew that she was like gonna OD.
See what I'm saying? Childhood trauma.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because we all thought he was an abusive dad or something, but he ends up being a really cool dad.
That's true.
He's cool, but he's cool in a gory way.
Domestic verbal abuse is still abuse, and he had to hear that. He did not live in a happy home. His dad was always away.
This guy's got no iPhone. He's playing with tadpoles by the lake.
We thought it was going to be touching. The two kids bring the Dahmer's teacher an apple, and Dahmer brings a little thing of tadpoles. Like, oh, he's sweet, but he's awkward.
Why do you give you those?
He's weird. Kevin, you need to be nice to that boy.
But then later, he stills back the tadpoles, and he puts, like...
Motor oil.
So he kills the tadpoles.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about this kid?
But the creepy thing is, the bully kid or whatever he was actually asked the teacher.
What are you going to do with them?
So he takes the tadpoles home, and he follows the kid home.
Right.
To the kid's house. And
did you think that there was going to be a fight?
Like this scene right here, this reminds me so much.
Breaking and entering?
No, this reminds me so much of like Halloween of Michael Myers.
Right.
Like,
breaking and entering is a far less crime than murder. He murdered tadpoles with motor oil. That's creepy kid stuff.
I actually have to go with Humphrey on this one. I think that breaking and entering into someone's house is creepier than him killing the tadpoles.
Not if you're an adult.
Not if you're an adult.
Like if you're an adult talking about it, he broke into someone's house to steal his tadpoles back, or he went and murdered the tadpoles.
I would break and enter. I wouldn't kill tadpoles. But that's me.
I would say this is the part of the dad where the dad is trying to be a good dad. Like, you know.
He's explaining about life and death and
and he finds a common like hobby with his son.
Right.
Even though it's weird and creepy.
It's morbid.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like this is where he learns all his like dissecting.
But it's not that much from like people from like hunting, right? Like you have to dress it down, after you murder it.
It's true.
That was the first.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the first.
The possum was
under the house in the crawl space.
Maybe he did it. I'm not sure.
And then this guy, when he pulled out the heart, I think that was the
roadkill.
That's the second one. Okay,
that was like the father and son time that they do. They just go out and hunting for roadkill.
Yeah.
Ooh, do we want to talk about this scene where he sits in? I don't know. I thought this one seemed kind of boring.
No, I thought it was interesting because
I loved it. I love this scene.
It's the 90s. He's gay. He can't come out. His father's religious,
So he has to get a mannequin.
So he has to get a mannequin. Like he's desperate for a man's touch.
He falls in love with the Silver Surfer. When he stole Silver Surfer, he started making love to Silver Surfer on his bed. And then the next morning, his grandmother goes into the room, and she opens the sheets, and she sees it. But then they cut over to the present day, where
there's a body.
There's a body. He just killed somebody. So there is one kill in this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we don't know who that guy is. All we know is he was the missing guy in the picture,
Right.
the flyer.
That's the assumption. So this boy we find out is actually 14.
Boone's Farm?
That Dahmer seduced. He looks like
Mowgli.
Mowgli.
Weren't you talking about that in the first episode? You don't go to the second crime scene,
Right. So you
And that's
don't
what he
go to
does.
scene 2.
You don't
So
go
you don't
to
go to
scene
crime
You don't
scene
go to
2.
a second location.
No, you don't go to second. Correct. You don't go to second location. Your chances of dying are way higher.
Yep.
So if someone's trying to grab you, throw you in a truck, fight them off then. You don't want to get in that truck.
Don't go with your captor to a second location.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, you don't want to go.
Let's say it's a hot mom.
Well, in that case, I may be fucked.
Like, this guy comes out with the alcohol, right? And then he's like,
We're gonna party. Party hardy.
so then, like, he just leaves his boys. I don't know why he doesn't tell his boys, hey, let's go to this guy's house and fucking drink at his house, right?
I think that
But
the
he-
kid
Then he-
knew he was going to get money
He
for sex.
he got offered $100, didn't he? Like,
right.
or
And
something.
He probably doesn't want his friends to know that he's doing that. His family needs money. It's a really sad situation.
Hey Siri, how much was $100 worth in 1991? Oh, here it is. $217.45.
Give it to you now, and I'll give you the rest when we're done.
It wasn't for sex, right? It was just so he could take nude pictures of him or something, so he could jerk off to her or something.
I think the kid was expecting the
Oh,
worst.
he wanted sex with the kid?
You know?
They drugged him. He drugged him.
He
right?
drugged him.
And then he gave him a lobotomy, right? So then he wakes up and he leaves the apartment, and then the neighbors find him outside,
Right.
and they call the cops. So now that the cops come,
They're frantic, and they're
Yeah.
trying to protect this kid, and the cops are they're almost lazy or not caring about it, really, or they just
Remember,
they just want to go on the next
It's
crime.
the 90s and like the early 90s. AIDS was going around, and when he said it was his boyfriend, that the cops do not want to go in there. They don't want to go in there.
Okay, so these officers do their due diligence.
well, they're
right?
super homophobic.
They're absolutely
Yes.
homophobic.
Okay,
Javi
that's
is right.
that's clear.
Javi
That is
right.
Yeah, Dahmer basically shows them around the apartment. They're like, "What's the smell?" And he uses his little line.
So I had a bunch of meat that went bad.
It's always the meat went bad. But why does he always let the meat go bad?
Oh man.
I mean, I'm just serious.
They're about to. One cop is about to go into the bedroom, but I guess he was so homophobic that he didn't bother going in there. He just
Because it had
You gonna have anything weird in there? What, like gay stuff?
Dahmer uses that as a technique to keep people away.
But the problem is that the cop didn't go in there because the other body was in there. If he would have went in there, he would have found the body.
He would have busted. And he's like, "You want to come in my bedroom?" And he's like, "Nope, I believe you."
They also make a reference to like another 90s movie, The Crying Game, where the cop says, I have to go home and take a shower after this.
Did they say that in the
Yeah.
crime game? Okay, yeah.
Well, no, The Crying Game, the guy takes a shower.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
I'm returning your call.
Yeah, that was a squad car.
right. Now we think it's transcripts and the actors are saying it, but yeah, this is the phone call.
It's the actual words, but it's the actors' voices.
He's with his boyfriend in his boyfriend's apartment.
It's too perfectly spoken.
Yeah.
Props to that lady, man,
Right.
because she really like pressed
really
the
did.
cop.
She
pressed.
tried.
She tried. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Okay, should you stream it, Humphrey?
Yeah, I'm definitely stream this. This was really good.
I definitely think you should stream this. It's going wrong with the storyline, and it's definitely interesting.
We're getting deeper into Dahmer's psyche. You got to see this one.
I think it's a total stream. Okay, IMDb rating. This is the fun game we play at the end. You guess the rating from 1 to 10 on IMDb. What do you think it is, Humphrey?
I give it 9.2.
9.2.
8.3.
Becket.
8.6.
Okay, so the IMDb rating is 8.1.
Oh,
All right, Javi, you win.
My first win of
And
so far.
He wins a metal statue mannequin.
Hey guys, thanks for watching us again on Stream This. Don't forget to hit that bell icon and hit like the video. And we'll see you guys again soon. Thanks a lot.
Please don't go.